Hey everybody, this is David from GameSaru, and today we are processing some Lindberghs because as you can see, we are kind of overflowing right now. So we'll head on inside and we've got one ready that we're going to unwrap and take a look at. So today we're going to be opening up this one, and I'm not sure if this one has one of the new monitors or one of the old monitors, so that's basically what we're going to find out today. Just open it up and take a look. So, without further ado, let's dig right into it. And I'm not sure where my knife went, I just had it, so I might end up grab those scissors. I had a knife earlier. Okay. So all 5 of ours that came in were X ring edge multi cabinets. So they've got the IMEI readers and everything ready to go. They're all 1-player. I'll be converting one of them to 2-player later on. 3 of them have less than decent monitors, and 2 have brand new monitors. The 3 with less than decent will be replacing with IPS monitors. The other 2 will be leaving them as is and letting them go like that. So we did open one earlier before, and it had what appears to be one of the new monitors. It looked all right for, you know, they're older, 720p. And I don't have anything widescreen easy to just throw in and test. So my easy test for it for today is going to be Tatsunoko versus Capcom, which is here on the floor. And that should be enough for me to at least tell whether the monitor's good or not. But we'll go more probably in depth with these a little bit later once we get everything else set up. Snap all the way off. And there we go. And these Lindberghs that we got were pretty clean. I'm very satisfied with how they came out. They ended up being a lot nicer than I've seen a lot of others. Now, looking at it right now, I don't know if you can see, but this monitor looks pretty dirty here in the corner. This kind of like almost burn looking part here, that's actually dirt behind the screen. So these are probably not the new ones. They've probably been in operation for a while. That'll need to be opened and cleaned and whatnot, but that's just my guess looking at it now. Here's the control panel. I noticed this with the other one as well. We've got a bunch of wear right here along the bottom where people's wrists would go. I think that's pretty normal. Not really much you can do about that. Maybe sand it out and repolish it or something. But I also looked at it, and I think it's 4 bolts, 2 or 4 bolts on each side here, and then 4 bolts on the front to bolt it on. And you actually have to leave this front panel here, has to be left off, because in order to get into the control panel here, the lever's inside, and you can only reach it. Normally, if you look at this panel here, this goes inside, and turning the lock will hit the catch and release this. But in order to do it without, you have to stick your finger through here and find the lever. You can't really get it through the top one very easily. So if you get one this way, you have to do this every time. More than likely, when we do shows again, we're going to leave the panels on, even though it takes up a lot less space without. So there we go. Now we got it popped open. And there's the internals of that. Grab the key here and unlock the front, plug it in. And we will probably see, what I'm thinking, is a not-so-good monitor. So there's the internals. This one has a lot of wiring for hooking up a Versus kit, which will be useful since one of ours is going to be hooked up head-to-head, or a pair of ours, rather. So these are really nice to have. There's this looks like an extension cable for power. This looks like it plugs straight into the ring edge, and it's actually really long. Anyway, pretty cool. And I would assume that this is probably a crossover to hook up the IMEI reader on the other cab. Very cool. All right, let's plug it in. All right. So we've got that down, and we'll plug in our board. So now, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the arcade version, is actually literally running on a Nintendo Wii. It even uses the Nintendo Wii power brick here. Only real difference, well, I mean, other things too, but like it's got, this port here is a JVS port, not just a USB port. So that's what we'll plug our JVS into. It also puts out RGB video through the VGA connector here. Obviously useful for arcade stuff for older, especially, well, when this came out, like not everything was running HDMI and other fancy shit. So let's see, do we have audio in this one? Yeah, here we go. So let's hook that up. Okay, and now we just need to plug it in. And we've got an extension over here. And we'll see what we get. There we've got the screen coming up. 640 by 480. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to test the screen too much and see, because it actually looks alright, but I'm willing to bet this is one of the quote-unquote bad monitors just because it's dirty. I would assume if there was a new monitor put in that it would be, that would have been cleaned. So, yeah, so there's that for the Lindbergh. And again, honestly, these are really nice looking cabinets overall. In pretty decent shape. Take a picture and look at the side and back, like really not beat up too much at all. There's little scuffs and stuff here and there. I expect that. These are old games, but yeah, all in all, good looking. They're still pretty affordable right now, so really happy to do it. And yeah, I really can't tell with this monitor. Like it looks fine, so I don't know if these are bad or not. Anyway, that's that for the cab, and now that we finally got these starting to process, we can move them out of the way. We're getting another container soon, and really need to get the space back, so it'll be good to get these moved. We'll be opening some other cabinets soon. Once we have the space in the garage, I've got my Helix Versus that I still want to open. I'm not sure what else, but we'll probably do a once-over of those as well. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you next time.